There's a feeling that every single fight fan understands deep in their bones. It's that electric buzz in the air, a palpable static that crackles with anticipation whenever one name is spoken: Jon Jones. For years, he has been the sport's final boss, its greatest enigma, and for many, the undisputed GOAT. A Jon Jones fight isn't just a fight, it's an event. It's a moment in history. And just when we thought that history was written, the whispers have started again, suggesting one final, monumental chapter. The collective heart of the MMA world broke last year. We were on the precipice of a legacy-defining showdown at Madison Square Garden against the legendary Stipe Miocic. It was the fight to answer all questions, the clash of heavyweight titans. Then, in a cruel twist of fate, a torn pectoral muscle in training ripped that dream away from us. The king was wounded, forced to the sidelines. In his absence, a new ferocious lion emerged in Tom Aspinall, who claimed the interim title with terrifying speed and precision. The division moved on, but the shadow of Bowings loomed large, leaving fans with a bitter taste of what could have been and a burning question: would we ever see him again? Now the whispers are turning into a roar. Jones is flirting with a comeback, and not just for any card. The rumor mill is churning with the possibility of a UFC event so grand, so unprecedented, that it could only be fit for a king's return. A card hosted at the White House. Can you even imagine the spectacle? If this legendary stage is being set, the only question that matters is who stands across the octagon, ready to challenge the greatest to ever do it? According to those who have been in the fire themselves, the list of candidates is short, terrifying, and absolutely thrilling. Brendan Schaub's trio of titans. When a former heavyweight who has felt the power and pressure of that division speaks, you tend to listen. Brendan Schaub, now a prominent voice in the sport through his podcast, The Fighter and the Kid, has a unique perspective. He knows what it takes to compete at that level, and he has his finger on the pulse of what makes a fight truly special. He believes that if Jones is to return for an event of this magnitude, it has to be against a name that carries its own seismic weight. He's narrowed it down to 3 absolute power punches. First, there's the ghost of a super fight past, Francis Ngannou. This is the matchup that has haunted the dreams of MMA fans for years. The Predator versus the GOAT. It's a cinematic clash of styles and stories. On one side, you have Jon Jones, the master strategist, a fighter with an almost supernatural ability to dissect his opponents and dismantle them piece by piece. On the other, Francis Ngannou, a man who possesses the kind of earth-shattering power that can render strategy, technique, and a lifetime of experience utterly meaningless with a single touch. Ngannou walked away from the UFC, bet on himself, and carved his own path. A return for one night only, to settle the debate of who the baddest man on the planet truly is, would be more than a fight. It would be a global phenomenon. Then, there's the modern-day Bujiman, the light heavyweight king who looks poised to conquer the heavies. Alex "Poten" Pereira, the man with the stone-faced glare and dynamite in his limbs. Pereira's rise has been nothing short of terrifying. He has silenced champions and left a trail of unconscious bodies across 2 divisions. This fight presents a danger Jones has never truly faced. We've seen Jones navigate wrestlers, strikers, and submission artists, but has he ever faced someone with the one-shot kill power that Pereira possesses in every single limb? It's the ultimate test of fight IQ versus raw, devastating power. Could Jones get him to the ground before that lethal left hook finds its home? Could his chin, untested at heavyweight, withstand the assault? It's a question that sends a shiver down the spine of any fight fan. Finally, there's the man who has every right to feel he's the true king in waiting, Tom Aspinall. This isn't just a super fight. This is the fight for the soul of the heavyweight division. Aspinall is the undisputed future, A new breed of heavyweight, with the speed of a middleweight and the power of a truck. He's the interim champion, the young lion who is ready to take the throne. The narrative is perfect. The legendary, aging king returning from a devastating injury to face the hungry, dynamic challenger who believes his time is now. It's a fight about legacy versus destiny, experience versus momentum. For purists of the sport, this is the only fight that makes sense to unify the title and truly pass the torch. Chael Sommon's shocking stylistic nightmare. While fans and pundits debate over knockout artists and rightful contenders, there's another mind at work, seeing the game on a different level. Chael Sonnen,